Now last year's leading rusher in the NFL, this is Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll be brought down around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Again, it's Taylor. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. On second down, it's Taylor. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Commanders trot to the field for their first possession, and it's the 7th-year quarterback out of North Dakota State leading the way. His 3rd NFL team, Carson Wentz.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. He's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
A run here for the rookie. It's Brian Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. On 2nd and 7, Wentz. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Now the big story here in this one, Carson Wentz, of course, back in Indy. He was a 17-game starter as a Colts QB a season ago, picked up in a trade with Philadelphia. The numbers weren't all bad, 27 touchdowns, just 7 interceptions, but a Week 18 loss at 2-14 Jacksonville that kind of wrote the end of his time in the Circle City, and he was sent to Washington on March the 9th. On 2nd and 9, Wentz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Colts will take over possession here up at the 44. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage.
Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runner.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. But when you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. Here's Ryan. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Chase Young, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. The Commander's going to retake the field for drive number 2. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, still in the first half here, a long way to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And here's Rodgers on the return. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you've got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
Now Ryan on 1st down. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
1st and 10, Taylor now. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On the counter, it's Taylor. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. 3rd and 2, now Ryan. He finds Pierce, it's complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. It's caught on the right side at Smith. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Ryan. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. From just shy of midfield, Wentz. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. This is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979. And I would dare say Rodgers' numbers would be larger. But remember, he had a commitment to the Navy. A graduate of the Naval Academy. And back then, you had to serve your 5-year hitch before you could go on and join the NFL.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 29-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Robinson up the middle. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. To throw is Wentz. This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Here's a carry for the fullback. This is Andy Janovich. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. They run it again with Janovich. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Robinson is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the rookie, Brian Robinson, finished things off with a touchdown run. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Some more great football coming your way in prime time to wrap up the month of October. It starts tonight. Could it be a Super Bowl preview? The Packers and Bills from Buffalo at 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow, Halloween night, Monday Night Football, the Bengals and Browns from Cleveland. And how this game has changed in importance in recent years. That starts at 8:15 Eastern. Second down, another run with Taylor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On third down, Ryan. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be fourth down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So here is Washington now to take over. They were losers to the Packers a week ago, but they've got the lead right now here as they come up on a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Robinson here. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Wentz to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's knocked away and incomplete. This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. First kick 47. This one looks good as well. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. To throw again on 2nd down. Ryan over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. It's caught. Smith. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Ryan to throw. A throw on the money there to Doolin. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he may have given those 6 yards right back as they're going to get to him well behind the line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
Ryan. Complete. Smith has it. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Here's a third-year man from Utah, Zach Moss. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Now a handoff, Taylor with it. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Chase Young. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Now McManus will line up for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 39. The kick by McManus is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they are able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Wentz now on 1st down. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
Toss play to Robinson. And he stopped immediately there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wentz. He's going to drop this one down. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. He's now lost fumbles in back-to-back weeks. And, of course, you remember last week's game, such a close affair. That hurt him.
Hurt him in a big way, and it is so key to take care of the ball because, remember, the team making the fewest mistakes usually wins the game. So you got to take care of the ball, lock it away, high and tight, as you often hear from running back coaches. 4 points of pressure, fingertips, forearm, biceps, sternum, or chest. Put it away.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
Robinson gets the toss on the right side.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Stephon Gilmore, he was the one defensively there who really blew that play up before it got started.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now Wentz. Buying time to his left. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Wentz now to throw. Completes it to Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw complete to Dotson.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 23. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Wentz. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Quiddy Pay in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Wentz and the Commanders staring down a 3rd and long now after that sack.
Coming across the field, he finds Dotson. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Wentz to the sideline on 4th down. Joey Sly is out there now for the Washington field goal.
From the left hash, this from 39.
Sly able to put this one through.
And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Ryan.
This will be taken in by Michael Pittman.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Ryan on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. Time a factor as Ryan will hustle him to the line. Here's a 2nd and 7. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 39.
Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Ryan.
Eyes the crossing route, and he finds Pittman. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, Ryan.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, Ryan.
That one finds Pierce right side.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get him with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. The kick by McManus is good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
So he's been automatic to this part of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have the kicker you can...
Second half begins with a run by Robinson.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
42 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Back to Robinson now on first down.
Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wentz. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
It was Kwity Paye who made the stop coming off the edge.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw, it's Wentz. Over the middle, complete to Samuel.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1.
Got an open man, finds Gibson. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Back to the ground with Robinson.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Wentz.
Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
If your sympathies lie with the defense, you understand how tough it is for linebackers to run with a guy like this. He's going to slip out of the backfield and then work in the middle of the field. And sometimes those defenders get preoccupied with other people moving, and he finds open space and makes a nice play.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. but that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. Play action. Now Wentz. Under pressure, they got him again. And that one really pushes him back. A loss of 9. And now it's third and goal after the sack.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Wentz going to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Quiddy Pay. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. And that's his second sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the third quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
Sly able to put this one through. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Ryan. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now a give to Taylor. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Ryan. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
The Washington offense set to take over. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they think.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Here's Wentz to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
Wentz to the sideline on 4th down. Joey Sly is out there now for the Washington field goal.
That's just 32 yards officially from the right hash.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6.
So the fumble recovery had him set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
Well, right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You're trailing by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
He'll drop this down to Taylor.
And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Ryan now to throw on 3rd down.
And he'll find Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn: find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
Ryan, a little pop pass, jet sweep.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. On 2nd and 9, Ryan. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10.
At their own 15.
He'll start with a give to Robinson.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 17, Wentz.
Complete, it's Dotson.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. Throwing now is Wentz. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Wentz.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's 2nd down. Now Wentz.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Wentz to throw again.
Able to connect with Dotson.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 25 yards that time.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Wentz. Over the middle to Beckham.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
67 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 25 on 2nd down. Wentz.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Wentz. That's Samuel, caught left side. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Washington 1st down. They didn't get a lot, but they do convert on 4th.
Wentz now to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Wentz.
This pass hauled in by Dotson.
He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. Again, it's Wentz. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. Calling a gain of a yard. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. Wentz going to go on 4th down.
Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end Bates. Touchdown, Washington. John Bates,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game.
it's Washington getting the victory here.
And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating. Even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.